Y'all ain't got no reason to be y'all. Like, go to bed. I know you tired. Stop fighting sleep. And you know your eyelids about drooling. You know you want to lay down. You were there fighting, trying to work. Where you like, go to sleep.
It was a brick by brick and a stone by stone. Rome wasn't built in a day, it wasn't done alone. See, spirit is the merit and the mind is the home. It takes a whole village to get a child out this home. Yes, to be a great man without good instructions, a surefire way to lead a life of destruction. Let's be honest, sit down and tune in. Put an hour of your life into some instruction.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Greetings and salutations, my beautiful people and spirits. You already know who it is, man. It is your friendly neighborhood Aquaman, Doomsday in the flesh, man, Black Lantern, Superman, representing my set. You are listening to Menstruction, the place where we provide you the beneficial bricks to fortify the structure that is you incorporated. My man, host for the day, man. Actually, co-host, man. You should introduce yourself, man.
They don't call me the Undertaker because I always overwork. I'm that guy, not this guy. Maybe I'm a guy. I pay my bills. The bills never pay me. If you see me in the street, I'm really on the sidewalk and not thinking straight. My name is Mansa, and I had the pleasure with the soul brother of the West, the king of the Rockies, the man with a plan and most likely a pencil, Waladi Ali in the building. And we have a special guest. A special guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Very special.
A special guest. A Spelman woman. This is incredible right here. Waladi, go away and introduce your friend, a great person to me, helped me out in a lot of ways. Go introduce this great person we have today, and then she will introduce herself as well.
You know, honestly, man, if we represent who we represent today, man, I honestly go say we're more than friends, but we besties at this point, you feel me? Like lock and string, you know what I mean? Like peas and soup, man, like okra, no slime, you feel me? This is how we do it. Now, please introduce yourself, our special guest.
Hello, everyone. I am Lex, the creatrix. I am Alexis. I am a recent Spelman graduate and full-time freelance entrepreneur, graphic designer, illustrator, artist, sustainable scientist. We do it for the planet. We fighting for our mother nature. Yes, this is what I do. This is who I do it for. Showing up, we showing out, and we're here to party. So what's up, guys?
What's happening? Oh my God, unscripted, man. What? Yeah, no, obviously Monster sent you the play card before we started the call today. That was fine. Well, hey, man, very happy to have you here. Very happy to have you here, man. I had to call a few of your agents, man. Hopefully that could smooth the process next time, man. You know what I mean? They sent me to voicemail and shit. It was kind of crazy, but it's all right. Today we'll be talking.
Yeah, they all
today. Yeah. Hey, that's all right, man. We'll get it next time. But today we'll be discussing why everybody should establish a routine, key routines to prioritize, and how to do so. Now, Alexis, I know you had mentioned, you know what I mean, about sustainability, you know what I mean, saving the world. We all out here to save the world, of course, but we, of course, wouldn't be able to do that. We'd have a more difficult time of doing that if we didn't have the procedures that we do day to day in order to get us closer to our goals, right? So, I mean, let's start with why are routines important? But the first question, of course, what is a routine, Alexis? How would you define it?
Well, I would define a routine as things that we do every day in our lives, whether our routine be something good, like going outside, getting some exercise, or just being happy every day, you know, or doing things that may not be as productive, whether that be laying in bed or scrolling on Instagram and doing things. But, you know, basically a routine is things that we do in our everyday lives that make us who we are.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Mr. Aziz, man, what you want? What you think?
You got me following up that eye, man. I'm going to try. I try, I guess. No, Alexis said it perfectly. Routine is something you do habitually. So I do it like this. Habits form routine. Routine forms your life. So that's why we got to be really careful about our habits. And then be careful about how our habits are in our routine. And then how they control our lives, right? So depending on how you wake up, that kind of pretty much mitigates what you're doing. We got to be wary of staying up. We're putting our bodies, what we feed our minds and our souls. We don't think about that, but the soul is part of the body, and the mind is important as well. What are we looking at? What is the self-image we have of ourselves? What are we digesting on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever these kids are doing out here? I have a flip phone. I don't really do any of that. But anything that's going on, what's going on? I mean,
iPhone next lion. Stop.
That's only for work. I only use the iPhone for work.
Oh man, got 2 phones over there. Burner.
Two phones. Not one of them is not for the plug. I promise. But yeah, so that's what I would say in the routine, and that's how I look at it.
No, that's respect. You know what I mean? What I liked about both of y'all's answers is, it really has to do with who we are. I know, it got in my mind, at some point. Now I'll talk about my definition, but routine, I thought, routine kind of push you in the box. You ain't free to do what you want to do. I was like, damn, I got to go to bed every night at this time. I got to take a what shower every morning to do what? I got to save the world. I didn't sign up for this, man. I'd rather go work 9 to 5, bro. You know what I mean? And all this type of stuff. That was funny. Y'all are funny. But you feel me? Routines definitely, establish who we are. It's like telling life, this is what I'm going to do. This is our control of life. Saying, nah, I'm not going to go out and party. I'm going to go out and party on this day, man. But the rest of the 6 days, I'm going to bed at 10. You can't reach me on my cellular or my flip phone 10 p.m. You feel me? So I like that. Now let's talk about, because while we talk about what they are, what can they do for us, man? I can tell y'all straight up, I'm happy. I got my glasses on, skin shining on all of us, actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about me in this Denver weather, but, it helps me personally be productive, have great conversation, you feel me? And overall, just know that I'm in control of something. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about that?
Well, I think that routines are pretty important just because of the level of discipline they instill. It's hard to be consistent. And so when you establish a routine for yourself, it requires you to show up for yourself. And that can be hard because, well, for me personally, I like to, do for others. And so I find myself like showing up for others. Whereas when it's time to show up for myself, I may or may not always be in that position. So when I establish like a solid routine, then it's like every day I'm showing up for myself. I'm loving myself. Like I'm doing this for myself. And when you think about it, like the consistency after a while, it builds up into something good. Because, for example, if you're working out, if you work out one day, okay, cool, If you miss one day, okay, cool. But if you worked out every day, then you're going to have muscles. And if you didn't every day, then you're not. And so it's that routine of like, what are you trying to build for yourself and how are you going to consistently maintain and show up for yourself?
I like that, man. When we say discipline, showing up for yourself. Mansa, you was taking notes about that working out part, man. That it's okay to stop working out sometimes. You ain't got to go hard 7 days a week, man. You're getting a little too strong over there, man. I see you.
Calm down. For me, it's not. I got to go hard in the paint. No, Alexis, again, 10 out of 10. Routines, they can build you up or they can break you down. Right? What did Denzel say in Trinity? You can go home, you can go to jail. So you can either break yourself or you can build yourself. Check yourself or wreck yourself. Or whatever you're doing, try to make sure it's not bad for your health. And for me, as a black man whose family has diseases on both sides, I have to pretty much act like I'm 50, but I'm almost 23. So I have to be wearing my blood pressure and all this other stuff. So exercise makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I did something. I'm waking up. I'm doing my thing. right? Muhammad Ali said he hated every day of training, but he said it's worth what it feels like to be a champion. So the stuff you don't want to do, you got to go to sleep at 10. All right, yo, like, it's parties every day. I still get emails. I don't go to school anymore. I still get emails about parties.
Damn, G Herbo, Gorilla, bro. I'm like, I don't care. What am I supposed to do about that?
Like, bro, I'm grown. Like, I ain't got time for. It's really like, what do you do with yourself? So working out is good for me. Reading. I was watching this YouTube video. It says stretch when you wake up. Make sure you get light, even if it isn't natural. Get some light in. Put some cold water on your face. So I've been doing that. I'm on 30-day challenge, right? What, day 13. So it's building up. So you said what?
Day 13.
Okay,
Day 13 what?
I'm trying. Workout. Don't work.
Hey, go ahead, brother.
So push-ups, squats, crunches, and plank. So I was up to 80 crunches, 15 push-ups, 130 squats, and then like a minute and a half plank. So I'm building myself up doing that. And it's all mental, because the physical thing, you just build yourself up. But mentally, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. But then I said, I got to do it, because I'm tired of my doctor roasting me when I come in the office. So I'm like, oh, my doctor roasting me, so I'm going to do what I got to do. So that's been helping me out. Reading's been good. It builds myself up. And, you know, ending the day with the game is good too. I earned it. I'm relaxing. I'm cooling. But everything's in balance. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you balance, right? Because you want to have fun for hours. So, but make sure you work out for an hour, read for an hour, balance it out. If you don't have balance, then what do you have really, right? And it comes back to consistency. It's all a mental thing. You tell yourself what you can and cannot do. Nothing can stop you. I can get $1 billion. How I do it is up to me, but I can do it, right? It's all mental. So that's my spiel on that.
You know, a fun fact about Alexis Crawford, on her Instagram page, at the very top, I think under her name, it reads, you know, what did it say? You have to correct me if I'm wrong, or paraphrasing. But, you know what I mean? Follow the story before I blow up. Follow the story before I blow up. And I look at that sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, why didn't I write that? That's genius. That's genius, man. So, I just relate that to when you talk about belief and affirmations. You know what I mean? Because what they say, man, if you say you can do something and you can't do something, you're still right. You're still right. You feel me?
Yeah, I love that you brought in balance. I think balance is really important in the routine, because, I mean, personal example, sometimes I find myself either being in days of wanting to go outside and just being receptive, and other days where I'll lock myself in and be in work mode and like get things done. And I find that I need more balance. I need to spend half of the day maybe outside and then the other half inside. Whereas, you know, routines can be different for everyone, just in the way that it's not like everyone's different. Everyone needs different things in their day. So sometimes that works for me, but sometimes I feel weird after I do things like that. And so I know I need to go outside. I know I need to get more sunlight in these days. And so it does require a lot of balance, whether you read and work out, because reading is more receptive, where working out is more, you're putting that work in, you know? And so I think it's important to incorporate multiple different energies into your routines.
Definitely. Before Brother Waladi says the good word, I also want to add on the craft. We got artists here, ladies and gentlemen, and these people. I write. I'll never pick up a pencil. I can do a stick figure maybe. I don't do the magic these people can craft. But I've started to also on the 30-day challenge write for 2 hours every day. I did it this morning, working on my story. I get a lot done because I actually be thinking a lot. Like 2 hours, 2 hours is good. So when you have that skill, you gotta put that 10,000 hours. Kobe's at the gym before everybody else? 4 or 5 a.m. Michael Jordan. I took it personally.
Talk to him.
He got up and took it personally. So whatever craft you're doing, whatever you're trying to do, if you're really about it, put the time in. That's routine. You get better, right? I'm starting slowly, right? I've gotten to a point, but I started on day one. wasn't the same. I'm slowly getting my body back, slowly getting everything back. But you gotta start at day one and push through it. Once you push through it, you're gone. You're gone. But it builds up skill. It builds up that discipline of, this is what I do. Then it's fun. Oh, yeah, I get to work on my craft for 2 hours. Some days you like, I ain't trying to draw.
In real life.
This is wild, bro. Like, who said I gotta do that for? Like, I'm the boss. Like, but you just gotta push through it because that's how you build up to be great. And then you can chill out. You get to a point where you can draw, you don't draw. But shit, you done sold $4 billion in the art. And now you got community centers and stuff. But we have to work ourselves to that point. Everybody want to dream, but dreams become reality only when you take that step forward. That's
talk to him, man. Y'all, dang. Okay. Is it okay? Am I allowed to like take a breath real quick? Can I inhale, exhale real quick? You know, spitting so many facts, it's taking my breath away. I just need a minute.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Dang. Yeah, with y'all's permission. That's incredible, man. Y'all are real, you know. And again, you know what I mean. I love it when we talk about the goal planning. You know what I mean. It us getting closer to who we want to be, because we are our own bosses at the end of the day. You know what I mean. Not even in a workforce management type of way, but in this life. You know what I'm saying? We choose what we do, and we're responsible for everything. End of the day, yeah, all the bad stuff, all the good stuff, we're responsible for it, whether we attracted it physically or spiritual. You feel me? It's all about that mindset. Mm-hmm. So, and I say this point as well, you know what I mean? Why I feel like, you know, on y'all's, along with y'all's lives, right, it's very important for us to do this now because, you know, we're going to establish routines subconsciously regardless, right? Even if they're bad routines. Like, I got to wake up with a bag of chips, bag of Doritos, hot flavors. I know what they do to my stomach every 9 a.m. This is an example. Don't look at me crazy. But I got to do this every morning. And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? This is what I've been doing every morning for about 12 years. My intestinal tract is like a fruit roll-up with holes in it. And why not choose to eat something healthier, like some kettle corn or maybe a fruit, damn it, you know? So we're going to have these things in general, but it's up to us to consciously control them, you know? So, I mean, y'all already talk to the people and talk to us about some of y'all routines, some of the things y'all already have. But, you know, what are 3 that y'all have right now that are foundational routines? That's like, yo, if I'm going to exist, if I'm going to be Alexis Crawford or Mansa Aziz, when I wake up, this is what I need to do every day. Alexis, I see you thinking, so you can go first.
I was going to say, Alexis, you thinking I take the hit, but Waladi say, nah, I got you in my sights, homie.
Push me all the way under the bus.
It's like that t-shirt, man. Hey, you don't got your hand up, you go ahead.
Okay, I can. So I know 2 off the top of my head. One thing, meditation. Like, if I don't meditate in the morning, I will feel it all day. I might yell at somebody.
Ooh, damn. Hey, you meditated this morning, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I sure did.
All right, good.
I'm not even. No, yeah, meditation's so big. It helps me to just slow down. You know, I move pretty fast, and so I sometimes feel like I'm moving faster than life can catch up with me and keep up. And so when I stop and I slow down and I connect with myself and I take those moments to just breathe and be present in my body, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm in alignment. I'm clicked in. I'm tapped in. You know, I'm ready to receive my blessings for the day. So meditation is definitely number 1. Number 2, which I started doing a few years ago, was writing down the things that I'm grateful for every day. If when you wake up, you write down at least 3 things that you're grateful for, you're bound to have a beautiful day. I'm telling you, like, you wake up and you write down, like, I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful that my heart's beating. I'm grateful I got skin. I'm grateful I can walk. I'm grateful I can go outside. I'm grateful. You grateful just be in a house, like, to be here living, just grateful to be, you know? And so when you wake up and you just hold that gratitude in your heart, your day can't be bad. Yeah. Third one, I learn every day. I mean, I guess in a way, it's natural, but I go out of my way to learn something new every day, whether that be taking courses online or reading books or talking to people. I make sure that I learn something every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. And
Of
Monty,
course.
you're next, but I definitely want to say to the people, take these in stride, take these and run with these. Of course, we have what works for us, and things that are universal, definitely, such as having a gratitude list every day. But also, find what works for you. But add these, as we say in rap training, wellness recovery action plan. Take these and put these in your wellness toolbox, as far as your toolbox for daily living and living in life. Right? Take these and run with them. Mansa, you go ahead, my brother.
So as a Muslim, we pray 5 times a day. One of the hardest prayers people usually miss out on is the one before sunrise, unless you're a Navy SEAL or you have to do that shift. So for me, if I miss that prayer, I'm mad and it messes me up because I'm like, dang, I missed that joint. Now I'm waking up at some time I didn't want. And now it's kind of like I'm making prayer late. Now I feel that way. Now I'm starting late. So for me, praying, then saying the prayer, then thanking God for being thankful, like Alexis said, and then praying for protection. And now I feel good. I'm like, when stuff happens, I'm like, God did, God did, because I prayed and because I started the day with God. So God was like, I'm going to bang with him today. He was cool, right? And so for me, also reading that scripture, reminding myself, I try to read this every day. It's two chapters in the Quran. Both of them are talking about with difficulty comes ease, right? And it's about, did God take care of you when you was a kid? Like, did I get you here? Don't worry about it. I got you. And so when I go through hard stuff, I read that. I struggle a lot sometimes in very particular areas of difficulty. And so I read that because when God was talking to the prophet, I'm like, okay, if a prophet, peace be upon him, goes through this, then I'm going through that. So it's like, okay, if I can push through, someone else before me push through, I can do it. So that reminds me of doing that. And when I don't read, I get off balance, I get off the path, and I start trying to be someone I'm not. And that's for me personally. And the third one is the workout. For me, not only is it because I literally have to work out to live. Like, it's not a luxury for me. So even that, but also just like, if I don't get outside and like be able to do my thing and listen to a podcast or that music, really is workout / music. Because depending on the music I listen to when I wake up, that creates my entire day. So if it's chill, if it's Hustler's Ambition by 50 Cent, if I'm getting up doing my thing, that crafts how I start. If I work out, I feel good. I feel like I did something, boom, boom, boom. But don't work out, my energy's going to be a little bad. I'm going to feel like, dang, I'm not going to work out tomorrow. Like Alexis said, you build that up. Because if you start skipping and it ain't rope, it's a problem. It's a problem. So I would say those are the 3 things that are for me.
No, you gotta go. No, I know I said you hired at the start, man. You gotta
go. All right. Talk to y'all later, bro. I'll be out of here.
Go ahead. I'm playing. So funny. You're funny. Y'all are funny. Oh my God, man. Y'all ain't got no right to be so funny. So okay, before I go, let's hit these bullet points for y'all's routines. So Alexis, if you could please list off your 3 mandatory routines once again, please.
My mandatory routines: meditate, gratitude, and learn.
Perfect. And Mansa?
Prayer, read scripture, and exercise / listen to music.
Wonderful. Yes, and I love that y'all talk about these in regards to starting your day off. You just start your day off on a wonderful note. You ain't got no choice but to have an amazing, outstanding, incredible day, right? Now, for me personally, y'all, I'm gonna keep it 12,000 with y'all, man. When it comes to my 3 routines, man, first one is a cold shower, 6 days a week, 6 days a week.
Ah!
Yeah, nah.
We'll talk about that because I'm on that. We're gonna talk about that.
I'm on it. Yeah,
we're gonna talk about it. I'm on it.
Testosterone is through the roof, man. You know what I mean? My joint. Nah,
Alexis' face, bro.
Nah, like real life, man. You said what?
That's intense.
No, no.
Yeah.
At least like 5 minutes. You feel me?
Wow, congrats.
Respect.
Respect.
Because you talking to me like, yo, I wouldn't do that shit.
I've tried, but ooh.
I ain't even mad at you. I ain't even mad at you, man. Now listen, because I've been doing that. I used to do that during high school. I started in my junior year of high school. You know what I mean? Did it in and out, but this summer, you know what I mean, for the last 3-4 months, I've been doing this 6 days a week, you know, consistently. Nah, bro, I'm telling you. And sometimes I stand there, I'm like, bro, you serious? but you know, it comes to that mental fortitude and discipline we talk about. My mind is like, yo, don't get in that shower. I turn the water on. I'm like, no, I'm already here. And I gotta face it, you know. And it's also kind of a scare tactic as well, because I know what happens to me when I take a hot shower that's not on front. Bro, my days are poopy. Like, real life, I don't have a great day. I have an all right day if I take a hot shower. You know, but I know if I take a cold shower, I'm gonna have an amazing day. You know, that set the standard for me to where I can't go back. I can't go back, even if I wanted to. Nah, bro, psychotherapy might help, but I don't got the funds for that. So right now, I just got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. The second one is mandatory. I need to go outside every day. There used to be days in college. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Days either in college or during the summer or winter time where niggas just don't leave the house for 2-3 days. You know, seeing sunlight through the windows, maybe, you know what I mean, some UV rays, but ain't get that fresh air. I don't understand how we normalize that, how that was possible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's important.
Yeah, go shower, take a step outside. Third one, I got a list down. We're gonna talk about this in a little bit. Shoot, man. Because this is like being the best. Is that a routine, man? Because I kind of do that naturally, bro. Damn, I can't make jokes. That's crazy.
No, I believe I believe you. You be out here doing your thing.
I appreciate that. I'll say nah. Man, I mean, I'll just run it with you, Mansa, man. I enjoy listening to some good music, some empowering music. You know, my Apple Music subscription has not gone unused for the last 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, cold shower, mandatory cold shower, stepping outside and listening to some empowering music. You know what I mean? Y'all are funny, man. Now let's talk. I mean, let's flip it up. Let's switch it up, man. What's one routine that we got? You know what I mean? I'm gonna start with y'all, of course. That we, you know what I mean? We ain't really need to break that. At least if not today, maybe tomorrow. What y'all thinking? We all got something. Yeah, them smiles. I see them smiles, man. I mean, whoever wants to start it off, come on. What's up?
Well, I guess the one that I have issues with is, and I guess it's like more of a bad habit that I can try to work through, is staying focused. It's hard for me to stay focused sometimes. I get so distracted. I'll find myself doing one thing, and I don't know, I have like 3 different devices, and I go on one of them. I'm like, okay, well, let me just do this real quick, and I scrolling on Instagram, and then I put the phone down, and I go back another one, and I was like, well, that's why I was on Instagram. And so I think my biggest thing, I have a hard time staying focused sometimes, but then most of it, I think it has to do with like a little like ADD type of thing. I find myself being procrastinated and being stuck in this like procrastination mode where I'm like witnessing myself procrastinate and battling myself. And to counteract, I kind of just like talk to myself from an outsider point of view. And I tell myself, stop, get back to work. And I just keep telling myself until I, can finally click out of it and get back. And so I guess that's a bad habit that I've been trying to nip in the bud.
Mm-hmm. Urging on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. Mr. Superman.
No, that's fair. Was it David Snyder? The one that did David Goyer, who did the Batman Begins and some other DC movies. he was like, when he writes, he was like, put everything away, turn the Wi-Fi off, like focus, no distractions. Tell your significant other or whatever, like get away. Tell everybody you don't write, don't bother. So for me, I always had music on the phone and everything. I keep looking sometimes, even though I'm on D&D. So what I started doing is I got all my music on my laptop, so I put the phone away. I just use it for a timer, put on D&D, was connecting my laptop, and I put it away. So I definitely connected to that, Alexis. I've had that problem too. And then you got so much to do. You try to multitask, but then you become the master of none, but the jack of all trades. So I definitely connect on that.
Oh shit! Oh god damn it! Nah, because I was talking to Alexis like a week ago, man. I brought that up, and she said that's not the full quote. I said no. Go ahead, Alexis. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn,
yeah, you know, they say the jack of all trades, master of none, but they don't ever finish it, which it goes after, but still better than a master of one.
I know.
Yeah. The more you know.
See,
that's why she learned every day. Come on, learn, viewers. Learn, viewers. Come on.
All right. Thank you for that. All right, for sure. For the cold shower thing, I started that too. I mean, that's science though. I mean, there's YouTube videos about that. That's metabolism and it's for your skin and hair and stuff like that. It's hard though, especially up north. It's hard. You know, it's like -5. I'm like, bro, the house already cold. I gotta, so that's definitely a mental thing. If the house be cold, because heat costs money. My mom said, who turn on the heat? You gonna pay? And I have to pay sometime. I want to turn the heat on. So I'm like, I ain't gonna turn the heat on. So I'm just already brick. I gotta go into a brick house. Especially if I gotta wash my air conditioner. That's extra minutes. Extra minutes, boy. But it is mental. Once I'm like, all right, bro, it's not cold. I got some good music. I think about something, a movie or something, then I keep it moving. So definitely that mental fortification. For me, it's sleep. I've been doing good, but it's that sleep, man. I be like, I don't want to go to sleep at 10. I'm not 12 or 11, but I got to get out their mindset. I'm like, yo, who's telling me to go to sleep? Like, what is this bedtime I got? Like, what's going on? Like, my joint be on Do Not Disturb, like at 9 or something for 9:30 so I can go to sleep, bro. I don't be going to sleep. I'll be talking to people. I just be messing around. Or, like, I start thinking about the best movie idea at 10:30. Like, all right, bro. So for me, it's like not going to sleep at a good time and still waking up at the same time. Like, still trying to buck up.
What you wake up?
Buck up at 6.
6? And that's not Fajr. What do you wake up?
Nah, 6 is Fajr.
Oh, what do you usually wake up? Or you just stay up?
I try to stay up, or I do. So, what I started doing was the 90-minute cycles. We sleep in 90-minute cycles. So if you want to wake up at 5:30, then wake up at 4 and then go back to sleep, and you'll wake up better at 5:30. So I set it for 6 and I pray, and then either I stay up or I go back to sleep, and then I wake up at 7:30 and I wake up better because I'm in a 90-minute cycle. So my body's bet. Before that shift happened, I'm already up. So that's how I do mine, and that's helped me out a lot. But yesterday I was up at 6 and I was angry, so I stayed up and I pushed it out. And I was like, boom, I'm gonna be creative. I'm angry. I don't want to go to sleep. But sometimes I'm like, and I wake up at 7:30. Then now I'm up. But the 90-minute cycle thing helped. That was on YouTube. And for me, I still bunk up. Like I'm like, so what? Like I'll still do it. So that's with me. I gotta go to sleep on time so I can have enough energy to still wake up. Because I'll do it. I might push it back maybe till 9, but that feels late to me. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna still bunk up. Like whatever. Like that's on me. It's on me. So that's definitely for me, man. I don't be going to sleep. I gotta get out of that mindset of I did what I had to do. Like I can talk to that person tomorrow, God willing. And if not. But like I can't keep holding on to that because it's bad, especially for my health and all that. I gotta get sleep.
No, that's bad. Y'all kind of cool, man. Y'all alright with me. Y'all alright with me, man. I think y'all can stay on the show. I think y'all alright. Come on. Yeah, I can't get rid of the host anyways. I'm cold, so I don't got no power. So, I hear what y'all saying as well, you know what I mean, when it comes to, distractions or, not being able to sleep, getting it. Like, cause I definitely do be talking to you at like 11 my time. I'm like, it's like about 2:00 over there. What is it doing? Nigga, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, man.
I did be told Waladi for 62 hours.
Now, Alexis is good at going to sleep, though. Alexis is great at going to sleep.
I'm always
I think I'll hit you at like 10 p.m. and then you probably hit me back at like 10 a.m. You know what I mean? Around 12-hour round trip. You know what I'm saying? That's how we should be. You know what I mean? Now, for me, I think mine is related to sleep as well, but I think we can all say that our phones, you know what I mean, have some type of role to play, or at least electronics or technology has some type of role to play in at least one of our habits, or even the one that we mentioned. For me, it's definitely staying up late as well. You know what I mean? Even if I go to sleep at my prescribed time of 12 o'clock, I'm supposed to have my phone off by 10 p.m. You know? But I'm like, that's when everybody awake. You know, like, that's when, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna, that's the scary hours. That's the scary hours. I gotta go to sleep at that. Anything to make you laugh, brother.
Alexis, I'm crying, bro. Her face is, I'm dying, bro.
Man, going on after about 10. Give me, unless it's like Friday, Saturday, you gonna go out and like go party or something, but y'all ain't got no reason to be. Y'all like, go to bed. I know you tired. Stop fighting sleep. You know your eyelids about drooling. You know you want to lay down. You are fighting, trying to work. You're like, go to sleep. Y'all freestyling. You're freestyling your sleep schedule. You need to make a routine. Figure it out. I'm just saying. I get it. I used to have issues with my sleep schedule too. And you know, it's not as consistent as I wanted it to be, but what I find that helps is, you know, finding the time you want to go to bed. Like, you know, you want to wake up at this time. You know, your body needs like however many hours of sleep. And if you don't know how many hours of sleep your body pretty much naturally needs, you can like look at what time you fall asleep and what time you wake up naturally. Mm-hmm. And that'll give you a rough estimate, and then schedule from there. So like, you want to wake up at this time, your body needs this many hours of sleep. So you need to go to bed around this time. Maybe an hour before that, put your phone, and I know a lot of you like, oh, I don't want to turn my phone. Turn your phone off. Like, put your phone in another room. Put it on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, damn. Like, pick on him. Damn, he's doing the same thing. Damn.
Well, you're the one, you talking about something, my phone's supposed to be off at 10. Like, turn it off. Pick it up, you know? So, you just gotta try. I know putting your phone in another room really helps me. I hide my phone in like my closet on the charger, so I'm not like next to it, and that helps me to settle down. So try that.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all hear that, listeners and viewers? It's not just me. It's getting my ass whooped. It's cold. Everybody should take the responsibility. You know, the personal responsibility. Discipline. We appreciate that. Okay. And now, you know, we do talk about the habits that we have and the habits that, you know, we may want to get rid of, you know, such as those, but goals and motivations, you know what I mean? Like, why? You know, we got to always come back to the question of why are we doing what we're doing? What are we trying to get to? Why meditate every morning? You know what I mean? Why not just scream at everybody? Why do you take 16 to 30 days, you know what I mean, to work on yourself, Mansa? Aren't you just good as you are? Why do I got to take a cold shower? You know what I mean? And when I shower be so easy. You know, what is the drive? What's motivating us? You feel me? And you're our esteemed guest, Alexis. So, I mean, what's your goal? And, you know what I mean? What's driving you behind your habits? What is it?
Well, ever since I was younger, my parents told me to be the best Alexis that I can be. So whether I want to or not, that thing is ingrained in the back of my head. So not only do I wake up every day just striving to be the best Alexis I can be, but I'm also trying to be the happiest Alexis I can be. I'm trying to be the most successful Alexis I can be. I'm just trying to do everything and give the world all the energy that I can for the day, because I know that when I go to sleep, all of it's going to be renewed, you know? Right. And so I just do it. I do it for present me. I do it for future me. I do it for past me. I do it for my ancestors, and I do it for my children and ancestors to come, you know what I'm saying? So, and also I do it for the planet, because I'm a sustainable warrior, right? Mother Nature is working through me to help her And so I definitely do it for the planet. I think I look outside and the planet's like, go get it, girl. You know, like, go do it, girl. I look at the sun, and the sun beating on my face reminds me that I'm working to be great, you know? And so I just do it for life. I do it because I'm here, and that's what I need to do.
That's right. Yes. Y'all talk for a second.
I'm dead. Okay. No, I feel you on that. Somebody asked this recently, because I'm in Hollywood, and so I'm not in Hollywood. That's the point. Like, why are you still doing it despite the rejection, despite the nonsense? Why do you still want to do it? And I was like, I ain't got no choice. Like, what else am I going to do? Like, I ain't trying to do nothing else. I ain't built for nothing else. I tried a 9 to 5. I tried. It's not for me. I was like, yeah, I guess I gotta like make sure I eat and stuff. But that wasn't for me. And I thought to myself, I really just want to touch people with my craft. I want to be able to touch just one person. One person the way that John Singleton touched me when I was 13 when I watched Boys in the Hood. Just one person. I'm good. If I touch one person like that, I'm gone. I'm good. Monument. I'm out. That's it. Just want to touch that one person. And so I'm working towards that. But I don't have a choice. This is what I do. I work out to live. I read to stay enlightened, to get better at my craft. I'm reading the story of Robin McGee. I don't read that for fun. I read that to get better. I'm always trying to get better. Just because I went to school doesn't mean I know everything. Right? When you're sleeping, I'm working. When you're working, I'm sleeping. That's how I roll.
Ooh.
That's how I roll. There isn't anything about it. So, for me, I'm literally on the backs of my ancestors, continuing to walk. I'm the last of my kind for now. I'm the last of the diseases. I have to push forward. But this is what I do, right? I don't know if I told Waladi this, but I was trying to connect with this one person, and I had some stuff happen that was out of my control. And the person was like, I take this stuff seriously. What's going on? You don't think I take the thing I went to school for seriously? Like, everybody knows that. So there's no question about that. It's something I got to do, right? It's the same reason Batman goes out and fights crime every night.
You forgot them.
This is what he has to do. This is what he do. He could be just a regular rich white man. But he said, no, we're going to fight. Because that's what he has to do. Superman has to not kill, and he has to save the earth. He could be Homelander, but he said, nah, my parents was cool. I had to save the earth.
Depends on which Superman you're talking about. Injustice would bear the difference.
Yeah, that was different, bro. Joker was tweaking, so he got pushed to the edge.
He deserved it. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for me, man, it's not just for the hood. It's not just for the fam. It's really just, it's what I have to do. It's what drives me. Because there is literally nothing else for me. Nothing else for me. There's no, all right, bro, I'm good. You know how many people are making movies? And I'm just like, you got this on Amazon? Hell yeah, I'm going to keep going. Are you serious? Right? A lot of people, man, they you see them and they're just like, oh, if y'all can make it, I'm good, bro. We good just by the time. Right? So we live in this country, in this world of opportunity, regardless of who we are. I mean, yes, there are barriers in place, but we can't let that stop us. Tyler Perry, he was living inside of his car. Living inside of his car. Same thing with Steve Harvey. A lot of these people, Chris Rock, they let it stop him, though. Chris Rock was washing dishes. He has a great bit about it, but he's here. So for me and anybody, you really have to have that. I tell all my young bulls when their parents come over, like, talk to my son or whatever, I'm like, all right. I tell them, look, whatever you want to do, put it on your wall, put it somewhere where you can look at it every day, and that's what's going to push you forward. When you have a problem with your parents or siblings or school, you have to remind you. So I have to tell myself every day what I wanted to do, right? All right, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? When it came to movies, I want to make movies. So I got to go to bio. I got to go to men's health. I got to go to statistics at 9 a.m. Second semester. Because why I want to make movies. And for goals, you just do it simple. So I said, I don't want to make movies. I start with TV and media high school. I go to Morehouse. Then I get into the film program Morehouse. Then I succeed. Then I graduate. Break your goal down into smaller goals. Because I want to go to Hollywood and go to Hollywood. Or I want to be the next, Picasso or the next The Rock. You gotta break it down into smaller steps. Because then you build your staircase up towards the goal. But if you try to do leaps and bounds, shout out to Jesse Owens, nah, it's not gonna work. So for me, that's how I see it. That's what's going, right? Especially what I'm doing, right? Like I can't stop, won't stop. Bad boy for life. Shout out to Sean Combs.
Jesus Christ. Play cards. Yeah, there we go. It took me 10 tries, but there we go. It was the 10th one. The 10th. You got a play card over there. You got a list. Because there's no way you're that funny off the cuff. You're amazing. Oh my!
I told
God.
you I wouldn't be a stand-up comedian until they were like, "Are you serious?" Like, nah, I'm joking. Never mind. I'm gonna just be a scientist. But yeah, So yeah, I went through like 5 phases. I wanted to be the guy from Jurassic Park. Then I wanted to be a marine biologist. Then I wanted to be a biochemist. Then I wanted to be a lawyer. Then I ended on film. So that's another story for another day. But yeah, I went through a lot of stuff, and my mom and family supported me the entire way. Shout out to Black parents. Shout out to Black moms. Shout out to Black families. Just shout out to Blackness in general.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Alexis, do you have something you want to say before I'm about to spaz. Every time I say your name, my A-L-E-A.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like...
Yeah, that happens a lot. Those things, yeah. I like that you talked about just being prepared and also breaking your goals down. I know sometimes, we strive to reach for the stars. And I mean, that's a beautiful thing to just reach for and have just huge goals, but it can feel overwhelming. And so breaking it down is super important, breaking it into bite-sized chunks that you don't think that are overwhelming. And I've heard a lot that success comes from preparation and opportunities meeting. Mm-hmm. And so when you're prepared and you're staying prepared and you're on top of your game and you're doing what needs to be done, then you're just waiting for the opportunities to fall in line. The opportunities are everywhere. So, stay prepared, look out for the opportunities, and you'll be successful.
Talk to him. Say that one more time.
Again, please, for the people in the back. For the people in the back.
Stay prepared, look out for the opportunities, and you will be successful, no matter what.
That was $1 million worth of game $3.99. Y'all ain't ready.
Absolutely.
Y'all ain't ready. And to that, my uncle told me, especially with the industry, it's like, man, you just waiting for that luck. You doing all that work, you get that luck, you there. It's all you doing. It's a split second, right? My mentor told me, practice that pitch in the mirror, because you getting that elevator with Issa Rae. What you gonna do? You ready or not?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Exactly, man. What happens then? You're not ready because your routines are effed up, right? This is what this is for, to talk about getting that straightened out. It's like getting yourself straightened out. You take care of yourself, but plan how you going to take care of yourself. Don't do it off cuff. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. A routine always works if you're disciplined enough to follow it. Then you get to it. Then you have these very, what they say, man, like the book, I don't know who wrote it, man. 5 habits of highly effective people. You know what I'm saying? Having those habits, you both know what I was talking about, but having those habits to be a highly effective person, not only in your personal life, but your professional life, your relationship life. So you ain't got to wonder, or plan for a crisis because you're already, you already got that bubble up. You feel me? So yeah, and I'll say my goals real quick, and we gonna start to fade out a little bit. It's been an amazing call. So I'll definitely say for my goals, it's, I wrote in my high school yearbook under my quote, everybody has funny stuff, man. I made reservations to be the best, end quote. You know what I mean? That's why I always talk about it. That's why I always verbalize it. You know what I'm saying? I say it in a comedic manner, but you know what I mean? I'm 1200% serious. You know what I'm saying? My fourth habit, being the best, that is 1200% serious. I laugh because, you know what I mean? I find it funny, but you got to be that confident. You know what I'm saying? You got to be that confident in assuring yourself, not only in the public, but also behind closed doors, and how that's going to show us within your routine. So, of course, Alexis is amazing at art because she put 10,000 hours into it behind closed doors when nobody was watching. Of course, Mansa can create an amazing movie and bring all these people together because he put 10,000 hours into it behind a routine that came into it. You feel me? We're all here right now on this call because we had routines and also people to support us. But when the lights are off, when it's just us, we had our routines, our mind to protect our mental, physical, and our spiritual, and to guide us to this point in place. Y'all agree with that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right. Okay, good. Now, as we begin to close off, just a little self-reflection as to what we discussed. We discussed what these habits are, what is a routine, why they're important to us, why they're extremely necessary for everybody, and how to move forward with it. Something that I want to point out that Mansa has said before, and maybe Alexis did too as well, but having these somewhere that you're able to see them. I got my routines on my whiteboard, so I got no excuse but to check them off if I did them. If I didn't, then there's going to be a blank space. But if I know that I'm doing right, then I'm going to have all these checked off by the end of the day. That's how I know I was being the best Waladi that I can be. End quote, Alexis Crawford. So, as we come here today, Alexis, our esteemed guest, you have, not you, Alexis, thank you. Please, yeah, I'm fine. You can close that tab. It's all right. They don't need to know about that one.
Answer your question. Alexa is an intelligent personal assistant developed by Amazon.
Hey, can y'all hear it?
Yes, bro. What are you doing,
Hey,
bro?
no, hey, Alexa off. Alexa chill.
Why is it right there?
All right. Miss Crawford, there we go.
Yeah.
You have any parting wisdom or words to relay to the audience?
Yes, I would love to say that as easy as we do talk about routines and having these habits and having self-discipline, I know that self-discipline is like a muscle, and so it takes work to grow it into something strong enough to be able to hold all of your habits and all the things you want to do. So when you are incorporating these habits and routines, do try to fit in things that you like to do and things that make you happy and things that are easy for you to do, and give yourself breaks and give yourself, ease. Like, don't be too hard on yourself just because it's a muscle. It can pull only so far, it can hold only so much. And so you really want to be gentle with yourself. And I think that as important it is to have action, I think it's important to think about things and be very conscious of your actions. Even if you aren't doing what you want to be doing, being aware that you're not doing what you want to be doing is the first step to being able to shift into doing what you need to do. Also, some books that I read that are pretty good with helping you to develop habits is The Power of Habit. I don't know all the authors off my top of my head, but The Power of Habit, The 4-Hour Work Week, and The 12-Week Year. These are some really good books that help you to goal set and to basically figure out how you're going to reach your goals through your routine and your habits. So I would definitely check those out.
Perfect.
Before I close this out, Waladi closes out. Alexis, where can the people find you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you can find me on Instagram, Lexualities. It's spelled like sexualities, but with the L. You can find me Lexualities or Lexualities LLC. And you can check out my website also, which is just lexualities.com.
All right. Sounds good. We'll put that in the description. So, Waladi and I, we import y'all to pay attention to your routine and examine the good, the bad, and what possibly can make you ugly, internally, that is.
Yep. Hey, man, hey. You already know how it is, man. Once again, Alexis, we thank you so much for being here. This...
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. This has been another episode of Menstruction, the place where the men of today built the structures of the men tomorrow. Stop dancing. This has been another episode of Men Structure, the place where the men of today build the structures for the men of tomorrow. We love each and every one of you. Peace.